Have you ever wondered why some men seem to have complete control over their bodies, lasting with confidence and calm, while others struggle and feel like everything is over before it even truly begins? This question has quietly lived in the minds of millions, yet very few talk about it openly, and even fewer understand the real science behind it. The truth is, this is not just about luck or natural talent. It is deeply connected to biology, psychology, and daily habits that shape how the body responds under pressure. When you begin to understand what is really happening inside your brain and nervous system, everything starts to make sense in a powerful and almost surprising way. Your body is not working against you. It is simply following patterns that have been built over time, and those patterns can be changed. According to insights inspired by Dr. Mohit Khera, the difference between lasting 30 minutes and 30 seconds often begins with how sensitive your nervous system is, particularly in areas responsible for stimulation and response. Some men are born with higher nerve sensitivity, meaning signals travel faster, reactions happen quicker, and control becomes more difficult without proper training. But that is only one part of the story. Another major factor is the role of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that influences mood, relaxation, and timing of response. Lower serotonin activity has been linked to quicker reactions, while balanced levels help the body maintain control and delay response naturally. This means your brain chemistry plays a bigger role than most people realize. And the good news is that brain chemistry is not fixed. It can be improved through lifestyle choices like sleep quality, stress management, and physical activity. Beyond biology, there is also conditioning, which is how your past experiences have trained your body to respond in certain ways. If your body has been repeatedly conditioned to respond quickly, it will continue to follow that pattern until you consciously retrain it. This is similar to muscle memory, where repetition builds automatic behavior, except here it is happening at the neurological level. Many men unknowingly train themselves for speed instead of control, and over time, that becomes their default setting. However, once you become aware of this, you gain the power to reverse it. By slowing down your breathing, focusing on awareness, and gradually building tolerance, you can teach your body a completely new response pattern. This is where science meets discipline, and where real transformation begins, not overnight, but through consistent and intentional effort that rewires both the brain and the body for better performance, confidence, and lasting control. As you begin to understand these hidden mechanisms, something even more surprising starts to unfold. Because the real difference is not just in the body, it is in the mind's relationship with pressure, anticipation, and control. Many men believe the issue is purely physical, but research shows that psychological conditioning can either amplify control or completely destroy it within seconds. When the brain senses urgency or performance pressure, it activates the sympathetic nervous system, the same system responsible for fight or flight, which accelerates heart rate, increases sensitivity, and shortens response time dramatically. This means that even if your biology is balanced, your mindset alone can push your body into rapid reaction mode without you even realizing it. Inspired by the teachings of Dr. Mohit Khera, one of the most overlooked factors is how anticipation builds tension in the body, creating a loop where the brain expects a quick outcome and the body obeys instantly. This loop becomes stronger every time it is repeated, turning into a deeply rooted habit that feels impossible to break. But here is where the suspense begins to reveal a powerful truth, because what most men never realize is that this pattern can be reversed faster than it was created if approached correctly. The key lies in interrupting the automatic response before it takes control. And this requires awareness at a level most people have never practiced before. Simple techniques such as controlled breathing can slow down the nervous system, shifting the body from a high alert state into a calm and controlled state, where timing becomes manageable again. Deep, steady breathing increases oxygen flow and signals the brain to relax, directly counteracting the stress response that causes quick reactions. At the same time, focusing attention away from performance and towards sensation and rhythm can retrain the brain to stay present instead of rushing toward an outcome. Another critical factor is physical conditioning, because the body must be trained gradually to tolerate stimulation without reacting instantly. This is not about forcing control, but about building endurance through repetition and patience, much like training any other muscle in the body. Over time, the nervous system adapts, sensitivity becomes manageable, and the brain learns that it does not need to rush. However, here is the part that surprises most people, because even with all the right techniques, progress can suddenly plateau or even regress if stress, poor sleep, or unhealthy habits return. This is because your brain chemistry shifts again, lowering serotonin levels and increasing sensitivity, which can undo progress if not carefully managed. That is why long-term success depends on consistency, not quick fixes, and why a balanced lifestyle plays such a critical role in maintaining control. When you align your mental state, biological function, and daily habits, you unlock a level of performance that once seemed impossible. And this is where true confidence begins to grow from within. By now, you can begin to see that true control is not a mystery or a gift reserved for a few, but a skill that is built step by step through awareness, discipline, and alignment between your mind and body. The men who last longer are not necessarily different at their core. They have simply trained themselves, consciously or unconsciously, to manage their biology, their thoughts, and their habits in a way that supports endurance instead of rushing toward an outcome. This understanding alone can remove a huge amount of frustration, because it shifts your perspective from feeling broken to realizing you are simply untrained in a specific area that can be improved with the right approach. Inspired by the philosophy of Dr. Mohit Khera, the path forward becomes clear when you focus on small, consistent actions rather than expecting instant transformation. One of the most powerful strategies is to create daily routines that support hormonal balance and mental calmness, because your performance is a reflection of how well your body is functioning overall. Regular physical activity improves blood flow, supports testosterone levels, and enhances serotonin production, all of which contribute to better control and longer endurance. Quality sleep is equally critical, because it allows your brain to reset and regulate the neurotransmitters responsible for timing and response. And without it, even the best techniques will struggle to work effectively. Nutrition also plays a silent but powerful role, as a balanced diet, rich in whole foods, supports nerve health and stabilizes energy levels, preventing sudden spikes in sensitivity. Beyond the physical, mental training must become part of your routine, because your thoughts directly influence how your body reacts under pressure. Practicing mindfulness, slowing down your breathing, and learning to stay present can gradually rewire your brain to remain calm instead of reactive. And over time, this creates a natural sense of control that does not feel forced or stressful. It is important to remember that progress may not always be linear, and there will be moments where it feels like nothing is changing. But this is often where the deepest transformation is happening beneath the surface. Each small improvement builds upon the last, strengthening your ability to manage both sensation and timing with greater confidence. What once felt overwhelming begins to feel manageable, and what once felt uncontrollable becomes something you can guide with intention. This journey is not just about performance. It's about mastering your own body, understanding your mind, and developing a level of self-control that extends into every area of your life. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.